Warning, there is going to be some description of trauma and gore. And if you can tell, I'm deciding to draw for these. I did 4 pictures for this. So there's not much going on. But yeah, anyways, let's get going. You looked down at yourself, right in the face. You looked at the mirror. The teal dress you wore that had what looked like snow all over it. But you then looked at your face, the giant scar going from one ear to your mouth, then to the other ear. Tofu and Michi were looking at you, confused. You looked at them. Do you think I should go with or without the mask? You could see their brain move as they tried to think. Yap, Mochi called. Yap. Tofu groggled. So what? Mask or not? You spoke to them. They looked at each other. Yap. That was Michi saying mask, but you tried to teach them how to speak in this tiny form of them, but the only thing you could teach them was when they were in their big form. All right, I'm off. You spoke, putting the mask on and walking out of the door. You were supposed to meet Kirishima, the one they had put you on a date with. You were there supposed to meet him in the mall, at a fountain. You sighed. He's late, you thought. So you put out your phone and looked at the cameras that were at your home. You laughed and giggled as you saw Michi getting stuck in the couch. You'll have to help the poor thing later. What are you giggling about? You looked up to see the same red-haired, smiling boy at you. He brought out his hand to shake yours, but then catched himself, remembering you don't like being touched. Sorry, I was checking on my dogs, you said as you placed your phone in your pocket. Oh, really? You have dogs? Are they cute? He asked. Yes, they are, you giggled. Hey, why are you checking on them? He asked. Well, see, if I'm not with them for some time, they'll find themselves in the weirdest of places, you said. Like where? He asked. You giggled, rethinking of where they got stuck. So somehow one of them got stuck in a lamp. He then started to laugh, you laughing along with him. Wait, why were you laughing? You don't like people, especially heroes. And he was a hero. Well, hero in training. You looked at him. He looked normal, but his teeth looked so familiar, like you had seen them before. But where? I have a question. How did they get stuck there? Oh, how did they get there? He chuckled. I don't know. You spoke, looking down. Also, sorry about my friends back there. He spoke. I also have to apologize. When we first met, I was completely mad in that time and couldn't keep it in. You slightly bowed. Oh, no. No need to worry. How about I get us a drink? He asked. You giggled. Sure. Why not? The two of you played games and then went to go eat. But he never asked that question. All you had was a drink, and he was talking about his classmates and how strong and cool they were. You know, there's someone in my class who also wears a mask, but I don't really care or mind. You paused. So, you don't care that I don't show my face? You tilted your head. Did you think I was asking about what you looked like? He asked. No, I'm asking, are you bothered by the mask? Not being able to see what I look like? Then I'm a catfish? You asked, seemingly daggers staring into him. No, I mean, it's cool. Like, I don't care what people look like. See, when I was younger, I was trying to get better with my quirk and fell unconscious. But someone came and helped. They cleaned up my wounds, but I never saw their full face. I wish I could have said thank you, he said. So that's why I don't care, he chuckled. Sorry for talking so much. He rubbed the back of his neck. You were shocked. He just explained what you did to a kid when you were younger. You giggled. Well, if we're both saying something about ourselves. You paused before getting out of the chair and walking away, turning to face him. Aren't you coming? You asked before walking away, making sure he was following, of course. You made your way to the back of the mall, then turned once more to face him. Kirishima, not many people have seen my real face. Well, entirely. I don't think that you'll judge what I look like. You brought your hand to your mask and took it off. He gasped, but soon, as he saw your face, he stopped. Sorry, I shouldn't have gasped. Well, but what happened? He asked. Well, when I was younger, I played with these kids. They were my friends, but when I needed them most, they left me. You looked down, putting the mask back on. We were playing in a store. We were going to find gifts for each other. Then a villain came up and used me as a fucking hostage. Tears began to roll down your face. All Might came and used one of those moves. But I didn't mention the villain had a knife, and they cut my face so badly that I had to wear a mask to fit it in, and I can't even do that now. But you were cut off by him hugging you. You remembered it so clearly. The blood dropping to the floor. You could feel your muscles moving and turning to close up. Your vision clouding up and tears mixing with the blood. The pain you felt screaming, just making it worse. You hadn't felt human interaction in years. This felt so great, feeling the warm embrace of someone else. Felt so comforting. Were you crying? Yes, you were. You wanted this forever, but this couldn't be like this forever. You pushed away. I'm sorry, Kirishima. This is all my fault. You wiped away the tears. No, it's not. I should have known you don't like being touched by others. How about we do this another time? You asked. He nodded, and you both walked towards the entrance of the mall before leaving on your different paths. You were a giggling mess. You loved this man. What was it about him? Was it that he actually didn't care what I looked like? Maybe, yes it was. Or that you didn't know. You just loved him. His smile could brighten up any dark room. Remembering his touch was soft, though it was strong. You just didn't know what to do. You just couldn't do work on the project you were doing. Nothing was being done. And the doctor was not pleased. Yin, I can see that no work has been done. You bolted up from the shock. Sorry, sir. It's just I don't know what to do. I want to add something to the project, but you could feel the room changed. You looked at him. Is it that date you had? He asked. You began to panic, but did not show. What do you mean? You asked. I have been home a whole weekend. You spoke. He chuckled once more. Then, what's this? He asked, holding up a picture of you and Kirishima. The end of chapter 2.